And blessings, family. Sister Ajali. I love to be encouraging in terms of, always getting it all messed up already. When it comes to working out, being consistent is it's got so many rewards. I just wanted to say that it's astounding to me. Someone who I really did not enjoy moving. I mean, I did it because, especially when you're young, when you're a child, that's when you just move naturally and effortlessly. It's just as part of your own personality to need to move. And then later on, as you get older and you get more consumed by all sorts of extra, outside your own narcissistic tendencies as a child, which is good. That's the way they're supposed to be. But you start to concentrate and focus on other things. And suddenly moving can seem like it's a burden, it's a problem. Well, I cannot emphasize it enough. I'm very lucky that my dad pretty much forced me to get up and move, because I guess, I could look at the pictures of myself then when I was a teenager and I'd gotten really big. Not big, and especially not with the HFCs and the GMO addictive foods that they have out there today, and how they slathered everything so that everyone believes that McDonald's is a breakfast place, and then hamburgers and French fries and all of these completely nutritionless foods are foods and not just really toys that you're putting in your mouth. So I wasn't quite as large as I would get later on. I'll insert the pictures here. So yeah, I never realized when I got out to run the first time just on my own, it was because I knew I could do it, and I was so tired of being overweight. Actually, what prompted me to really get into exercise was my breakup. A really painful breakup for me when I was about 20 something. And the only activity that helped me to channel that pain was physical exertion. So I actually joined a gym. Luckily, an old friend of mine that was my roommate back then, she was into exercising and fitness herself, and so she helped me and she encouraged me by showing me proper movements in weightlifting, and suddenly I had results. As a matter of fact, it was I don't exercise now to just get definition, but for tonality. But when these little muscles, I forget what they're called right here, started showing up, she's like, "You got muscles." I was like, "Oh my God, I do." I never looked back, though. I had points where I did no exercise whatsoever. When I gave birth to our son, I just didn't have the time to devote to exercise like I used to, so I gained all the way back plus more. And it was easy, because one of the things about exercising that I see a lot of people, for the people who do, more people don't, but for the people who do, is that they don't realize that connection with what are you also eating. Because when I look at pictures of myself when I was fit in my own mind, I still was carrying a lot of fat. Fat goes everywhere, it's everywhere. And so I didn't realize that it was that integration of healthy diet and eating and exercising. Like, I do this thing where I don't want to have a pulmonary embolism. That's where some clot or whatever breaks off from a blood vessel. and travels up to your lungs, or it could travel up to your heart, travel up to your brain. And you can die from that sort of thing. So I will, like, go as upside down as I can and jiggle and shake, because your lymphatic system doesn't have a heartbeat like your blood system does. And so stuff could get stuck in places and you want to just move it around. So my focus is the healing, but integrating it all together. And the exercise was the most difficult part of staying, no, I can't say that, because the food, I love me some food, that's for daggone sure. But I learned how to substitute my very favorite loves for healthy choices, or healthier choices. Right now I'm pretty much just down to healthy. I just have to always be careful of my timing so I don't overeat. I've just been raised since childhood to be prone to overeating. And so with the exercise, that helps me to stabilize my appetite. But something I didn't know was that I would come to love exercise. And not just exercise, running. I do love exercise, not quite as much. Like I do push-ups and I do these abdominal exercise that just tear you to pieces. Oh my God. And then I'm actually like training to do, I could do like a half a pull-up. But that's better. I couldn't do anything before, so I know sooner or later I'm going to get it where I'm all the way up. But the running, I lull myself to sleep at night just going through the motions of my runs. It's so soothing. And I still have the torture of just before I do it. But I just want to encourage you, if you've never done aerobic sustained exercise, no matter what you choose, just stick with it. Stick through the torture period until it becomes sweet. Because it will. I don't know what it is, but it's almost like I'm getting into a car, but I'm the car, and I'm going for a wonderful cruise. When I see the birds flying all over my neighborhood, I even saw a woodpecker. I love birds. Oh my God, I love wildlife, period. I saw a deer, I saw a fox. It's this all out on my runs, love it. But when I see the birds in particular, that vision of them flying is what I feel. And it's not that, it's just me. When I watch people going to church, or usually on Sunday, and I just realize that when I go for a run, I am in submission, in prayerfulness to the Most High, in gratitude to Him, because it's a humbling experience exercising. You never know when you're, bloviating certainty that you just do it like that. I just do it like that will just come all crumbling down, and little old you will feel like I just can't. So that all of those challenges, all of that flight of just accomplishment winds up giving me such a rush, and then you got the endorphins that literally are cascading out your, neurons. For me, it's like maybe about a half an hour to an hour after I run, then I really feel the rush, and then it's just like a peaceful stability all throughout the day, the whole day. And all of that has just, it's infused my very psyche, so that I'm like a whole nother person than I was back in those days. So I just wanted to share that to encourage you. And when I'm talking, I'm not being Serena out here. Not that I like to mention Serena too much. Let's mention our wonderful sister, Simone Biles. I had to look it up because I forgot her name. I don't pay attention to celebrities. I'll call her a celebrity. You don't have to be any of those people. Just, I've found by going into complete laziness at different portions and finding out that then the weight just like builds up. Even walking up and down the stairs is an effort, and it will help your metabolism to become more revved up. Even just, lifting up water bottles is an effort. And that little, like strengthening of your muscles lasts all day, 24/7, and helps to speed up your metabolism. So I have found that to be true because I've seen the results from 60 years of living in this body. So don't think that you have to do something massive, because I find even on the days where I'm like, I don't wanna, even getting up and doing the smallest effort is all the difference between doing better the next day or just waking up the next day and feeling like I've given up. And that is such a feeling of defeat that I'd rather just, even if I know I'm tired today, I'd rather just go out and walk around the block one time just so that I get those muscles moving, and slowly, bit by bit, the improvement's just going to happen. I read a quote from somebody who said, oh, you got to get to the point where you're about to throw up, otherwise you're a punk. And I was like, what a lying dog that is. Just move. The movement itself is what your body craves, so that it knows, oh, I'm needed, right? You don't need to drag it to the last, remnant of consciousness. Just move. And then the next day you do it again. I say take a break, because you give your body time to heal. That's the way that I've built up to where I do 5 miles with absolutely no problem whatsoever. Yeah, just move. It's a sweet torture that after a while becomes nothing but sweet all day long. Whoa, it's amazing. Allahu Akbar. Mwah. I'll see you again, family. Probably today. So much to talk about. Straight black family. Pride is our map to forever. I love you.